Well, hey, after being overexposed, I've come to decide something. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dweebz and Japanese. I'm one of your hosts, Khalil.
Perfect. I'm one of your hosts, Patrick.
and today we're on episode 30.
30.
Just so awkward.
The intros?
Episode 30. Yeah. But that's okay.
It's all good. We forgive you.
30. Thank you. That's all I could ask for, you know. We just finished. Acceptance. That's the last stage. How do we skip all the other ones?
Of grief?
Yeah, of grief.
We're giving Khalil grief for having to do the intro every time now.
The 7 stages of grief.
At least you get to the last stage pretty quickly now. That's good.
Yeah, basically just skip all the other ones. It's like a speed running strat.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just finished episode 22. No, 21? 22? 22 of Darker Than Black. Kuro no Keiyakusha.
Kuro no Keiyakusha.
Yeah, and let's see, we had a character death. We had some exposition.
They're all gonna die off before the last episode, it seems. All of the interesting
Maybe characters. It was kind of sudden because it was at the end for like November, I think.
Yeah.
Blonde-haired guy.
I still can't tell if that guy is like a good guy or a bad guy. He seems like a bad guy.
Right, but then I think
guy.
the people he killed, I don't remember who that was.
The people he killed. The people he killed at the ending were MI6 like higher ups, right? So. But I think that I don't remember if the MI6 higher ups were like bad for doing something. I know that they opened. I think they opened like the gate, the southern gate. And I know that I don't know. I remember that they like wanted to pursue things further when they're like, we don't want to do that. So I'm not sure.
See, yeah, there's kind of a lot of stuff going on. You mentioned that Amber moved the South American gate to Japan.
She closed it or whatever, then it opened up in Tokyo. And I'm trying to. So there's she was saying there's something like the Keiyakusha ga kieru. So I don't know if she's saying that because I think she's saying that she doesn't want Keiyakusha to die. And so she's bringing the gate closer to her. Like she's bringing it to Tokyo. For whatever reason. But that was the reason.
Maybe she's planning on doing something with it? I don't know.
Well, yeah, but what's odd to me is that like, okay, so she wants to bring that so that Keiyakusha can keep living. And I think that like the gate being there makes it so there are more Keiyakushas, right? Because when the contractors are created from the gate, like from the flower or whatever, you know, like all that. So
yeah.
So moving it would make more of them, and like restore their power or whatever. And so, but I don't know why Hay and his group are like so against that. I think it's because of all the killing or something. But like, I don't know. That part's confusing to me.
Agreed. Maybe it'll make more sense as we continue. I feel like I say that every
I know.
time.
I understand that they're the good guys, but like why? Because they're all Keiyakushas.
Why are they good?
Yeah. Gotcha. And that's just one of like Hay's mysterious things, probably, because there's always like that protagonist who's basically perfect, who's morally perfect or whatever, in every Japanese animated drama.
I'd say he's a little more great. He does does kill people pretty frequently.
Well, he kills.
But he doesn't sometimes.
Keiakusha, right? Not. It doesn't kill people just for doing that. He's always like trying to tie people up, or like he's very much Batman vigilante type of thing.
He's very similar, yeah.
Even the last scene we were joking about, not the last scene, it was like a couple scenes before the last scene, where he's like in that tower or whatever, and he's like fighting with the dude, and then his mask gets broken. It looks exactly like that Batman scene with Bane.
Yeah.
Although I think the Bane movie actually came later. Maybe they copied Darker Than Black. No
Subtle
idea.
Darker Than Black.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the comic's a bit older.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, they probably. I mean, yeah, they probably copied it like, pretty heavily from the comic. But yeah, I mean, very interesting. I mean, Amber again is like this weird villain who is sort of logical, like in what she wants to do. She wants the contractors to still be alive and stuff.
Yeah, and we technically haven't even seen her do anything like bad or evil.
It's all been like, time traveling, just like escape, get away. But obviously, Hei has some like deep resentment for her. And
so she must have done something.
Well, I think it was like killing a bunch of his friends or something, like killing a bunch of. At least that's what I understand. Maybe that hasn't come out yet, but that's what it makes. Because he was saying that like you're a murderer or whatever in the beginning.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
And it makes me think that he's like he was there during the South American gate scenario, because it's like from a long time ago. And and then like some of his team or some of his friends or family or whatever die. I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll figure that out later, because it's been really slow. That's been sort of like the underlying mystery going through.
Yeah, tiny pieces of that here and there.
Yeah, and knowing this show and knowing like a lot of Japanese anime, this is probably going to be like explained expositorily at the very last episode, at the very last couple minutes, just to explain everything and wrap it up. Yeah.
Just like, all right, this is what happened. Bye.
Like, oh, I have all my questions answered. So, but very, very interesting. All right, Khalil, your wall of shame words.
All right, man. Wait, I think this is the same as the last time. One of them is.
Fantastic.
We got Sue again. To attach. What? Just say it like. But yeah.
We got.
That's just it.
Oh,
I have. I think that's the wrong one. Is it?
I checked your page.
This isn't a counter, is it?
Sorry, what?
I mean, this isn't a counter, right?
No. No. It is kind of like a counter. It's added to the end of words to make it mean like included. I think I explained that last time.
Oh yeah. You mentioned that the last time, like on a menu or something.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like included with your meal.
Gohanski, or soupski or saradaski. It's like included with your meal or whatever. Included with your package.
Yeah, package.
Attached.
So that's about the same.
It is exactly the same.
All right, so I must not have ran into it yet for some reason. And then this second one's different, I'm pretty sure. Decide. Ketsu, I think.
Yeah, Ketsu.
I actually have no idea what else I call it. I can't even think of it. Oh no, I get the reading right. Oh yeah. So the meaning. Decide. So there's two. There's the vocab and then the kanji one. So I think the kanji one they have is decide, and then for the vocab they have decision. So I've been
like
decide for both of them.
Keite.
Yeah. So it's like slightly
I don't like that
but
when it's that close.
Yeah.
And you just type it kind of wrong because you got the basic idea. I've gone off and on about sort of just like accepting my answer because I knew the general gist of what the kanji means. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so I mean, it's
chugging
not so
along
bad,
though.
even though my meaning.
I notice the kanjis you're learning are getting a little bit more complicated.
I leveled up at some point.
Ooh.
I didn't mention it. I don't remember how long ago. Maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah, but now I'm level 8.
Whoa! Chugging along.
I'm going, man.
Progress.
I'm no level 58 or whatever you are, but I'm only 50 away.
I'm actually level 58, which is funny. I also leveled up the other day. So I'm
nice. That's
we're 50 levels. I mean, 50 levels in how many years? Like,
you've been doing it for
6
quite
years
a while,
apart.
Right?
For a long time. You did it seriously for a little bit, then you stopped, and then
just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did all the beginning stuff, like the free stuff, you know.
Yeah, right.
Back then.
But then you stopped for like a couple of years, and then started back up again. So.
And then I started up again, and I stopped for a little bit, and then I bought the thing, and then I've been doing it pretty consistently.
Nice. Yeah, that's I mean the podcast has definitely been helping, I think, too. Having some sort of like routine and schedule, but for me, looking back, I personally liked the monthly part because I felt like I was paying for it monthly and I didn't want to cancel it. So I felt like that was sort of a motivation in itself. Because I'm paying monthly. But I mean, some people might have the opinion like, oh, I can cancel whenever, so I'm just going to cancel, you know. But some people, for me though, I have this problem a lot with like games and books and stuff like that. I'll buy it and then just never get to it. Gotcha. I don't know if anybody else has that issue, but like I'll buy it and then I'll just never get to it. And I'll get to it if I decide to wait until I really want it, and then and I have time for it. If I decide to do that, then I'll, do it. So, and then also the subscription things. Like if I'm subscribing to it, then I'm going more likely to use it. I don't know. I guess it depends on what it is, and for some people,
yeah, because I'm more of the other way where it's like I can just cancel it whenever. Like if I feel like there's no way out, like because I bought the lifetime thing, then I just got to do it. It's already done. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal. Becomes a little bit easier.
Done deal.
Interesting.
But I do a similar thing with the games and stuff. Like I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been trying to do like not buy anything unless I am sure I want to play it.
Do you have the game? This is totally random. But do you have Game Pass? Do you find like you play more games with Game Pass?
So,
because it's
like
it's
yes,
a subscription.
But no.
Oh.
Yeah. So the thing is, so it's on PC too. I haven't really I have it just because I was able to finesse the system and get like 3 months or something for like $1.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to play a specific game on there, which is why I got it. So it was more because I wanted to play something specifically rather than to have it just to have it. Because if it's the latter where I just have it to have it, I haven't really used it much after I played that game that I wanted to play.
So basically, anybody who's like trying to subscribe to Wanikani and they're thinking like, oh, maybe I should buy the lifetime edition. Well, first try the cheaper monthly.
Yeah.
If you found that you're chugging along, just do that. But if you find that like it's not motivating enough for you for whatever reason, then go ahead and get the lifetime edition. I think that one of those will work though for most people. For sure, it just comes down to kind of knowing how you work. Also, like getting a study partner or something. That's actually having a goal, having like a really, really strong goal, right? I want to go to Japan. That's a pretty good one. Once you go though, some people are like, well, I went and I was able to kind of get around with my basic beginner Japanese, so like I'm not going to study even more. And for most people that might be fine, but for some people they're like, no, I want to go like even deeper, so I'm going to get like a study partner that I'm going to talk with every single week, like we do. I'm gonna get a Japanese conversation partner, and we're gonna do this thing. That's absolutely awesome too.
Mm-hmm.
Make some friends too. At university or whatever, like online. There's a lot of ways to do it. So, anyways, my wall of shame words. The first one is frustration, I think, and it's like,
I cannot believe they did that.
What do you mean? Yeah. So flower and lip.
I don't see any word I know on here now.
The kanji
is frustrating. Yeah, there's no kagayaku. There's no.
Oh, right, because these are new. Yeah, these are new in the level 58. But they're gonna come back for sure. Kagayaku and the other one are gonna come back for sure too. These are just like temporarily doing terribly. Yeah. So the first one is frustration. Gotcha. The reading is the reading is the meaning is actually the hard one for me. So apparently I've been getting this one right, but I actually don't remember. I think it's like koku or something. I have no idea. Maybe I'll actually look this up. No, it's EG. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. I literally just learned this yesterday. Kyo, and then the other one's kyokatsu, which is easy because I already know those kanji. And it means blackmail. So the first one means fear, and the second one means scold. So like, making you scared by scolding you, just blackmail, I guess. Yep. Favorite words.
Interesting.
Cool. You got 2.
Yeah. First one is earthquake.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Like the rapper. G-Shin? Or not the rapper, sorry, the comedian.
Wait, what?
There's a comedian. Yeah.
Named Earthquake?
Named Earthquake, yeah. I'm sure there's a rapper named Earthquake too.
Honestly, you're probably right. Yeah, it's kind of a neat word because it's the first kanji is like earth, the ground, and the second one is to shake apparently, to quiver, shiver.
Ooh.
So it's like.
Oh, you mean Jishin?
Yeah, Jishin.
Yeah. But
although I have not heard
earthquake for sure.
Yeah, no, the second kanji.
The second word.
I thought that was the second word. No, kanji. The rain.
Oh yes. Yep. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I've never seen the G reading. This is just a wild word, not a Wani word.
There's a couple.
I haven't read it as yet.
There's a couple occasions where it's G. Yeah. G-man.
Yeah, I've only
ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I've only learned that.
Often I think it's when it's the first kanji in the word in the jukugo. It's often G. Sometimes I think at the end too. I just can't think of a good example.
I can't think of one at the end.
Roji, maybe. Roji is like a dirt road.
Huh.
Or alley, sorry.
An alley.
But it also means like bare earth, open field, outdoor. Yeah. Roji. So ro is like the road, ro, and then G is that one. So it's common. Chi and G are really common readings.
Yeah. I've learned the chi, like chi-chu or something.
It's nice that they're close too. It's kind of straightforward to remember.
Chi-ji.
Next one.
Next one is nerai.
Nerai.
Like aim.
Yes.
So is it like noun. It's a noun. So
this is the noun, like but it's actually so obviously it's a verb, right? To aim. So nerau.
Yeah.
Nerau. And then changing that verb to a noun is nerai.
I see. So and then noun form is like your aim. So can it also be goal, or is it like
yeah. Uh-huh.
Or like objective,
like your objective, like your aim for something. Yeah, you can say that. But most of the time people say like mokyo or mokuteki. That's just a different word. It means like objective or goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 目標 is more like goal. 目的 is, well, I guess 目的 is also goal, like objective. Yeah.
I've also seen there's another word I've seen that's kind of like objective. Hold on. I
目次
I learned
maybe? No.
No, it was. Come on, I just had it. Oh wait.
No, sorry, 目次 Jimoku? No.
Oh, that's different. The one I was thinking of, ate.
Atte? Oh yeah.
That's different, I think.
Atte is like, it is a little bit different. It means like atteru means to be right, or like to hit it on the spot type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Atte is, yeah, like purpose. It's sort of similar though, meaning. Atte wa is like point. Yeah, I think I think of a good example sentence for that though.
Yeah, it's kind of, there's like a lot of different meanings.
Yeah, and they're hard to. The dictionary definition doesn't really help you too much until you see it in context, right? So, so my favorite words, by the way, we're going to be reading a lot of these during the Pastel Kazoku reading, because a lot of these came from that. So, teihon is like model or procedure. So, teihon, you're going to see that. This says copybook, but that's totally wrong.
Copybook.
It's like you know, model, pattern, copybook. I don't even know what copybook means, but it's like the procedure book. Harubaru. Don't even remember what this means. Harubaru. I don't remember what it means. Let's look it up. It means ooh, that is not right. Yeah, from afar over a great distance all the way. Right. So it's like an old word. Kind of. Harubaru is like really, really far away. Haru, yeah, haru. The last kanji, sorry, the first one, with the noma, the repeating thing. I learned this like a couple months ago. It means far away, so that makes sense. Harubaru is like far away. This is araserareru. Araserareru is like a really formal, really formal way to say to be, like iru. So it's extremely formal, and it's going to be funny when we read the story, because you'll see why. So hitorimi is like single person, somebody who's not, you know, bachelor or you know, whatever the word is for being single woman. Tsukomu is like to, you know, like to plunge into something, to like push against, to like crash into. And you'll see where that comes into play. This one's hard. Tsukamatsuru. Tsukamatsuru. This is also like an older word. It means to serve. Like tsukamatsuru. Like to serve, to do. It's like more formal. You know, I'm serving. Like I'm being subservient to the king, or I'm like a samurai, like a shogun, like being serving my master or whatever. The last one is seiyaku, which is like constraint, or condition, restriction, limitation. And these all show up in the story that we're about to read. So,
I like how you did that, because like trying to picture these in context is really fun. Like as you were going through them.
Oh yeah. What's funny is that like all of these are basically in one or two tiles of the comic. Funny. And so I noticed, you might notice that I said like a lot of these are super formal. It'll come into play in a minute. It's pretty funny. So, you know what? Let's skip the grammar word lesson today. We'll talk about ne next time. Just for time, let's go into the Pastel Kazoku, and it's also, I kind of want to like show you where these come into play in that. So
yeah, now that they're fresh in the mind.
Yeah. So Pastel Kazoku, 4 wa. There's a 4th episode of this manga. So let's get started. 週末ずっとバイトで疲れた。バイトしてるのってかっこよくていいな。前はやってみたらお父さんが許してくれないんだ。 てんてんてんてんてんてん。いらっしゃいませって言いたいな。今から迷ううち行っていい？うん、いいよ、来て。Pretty little scene.
Yeah.
おや、友達だね。いらっしゃい。お父さん、ただいま。こんにちは、お邪魔してます。あよ、バイトの話だけど、あれはいい経験になるよ。あ、やっぱり、そうだよね。バイト経験がないまま社会人になったら、ギャップに耐えられなくて苦しむよ。そうなの？ So, do you understand this one? So he's saying, バイト経験がないまま, so mama is like, condition or, I think that's the best way to describe it. Condition. So, it's usually used as like there's an adjective in front of it, then mama is like the condition of. So, バイト経験がない. So, no experience with a part-time job, right? So, バイト経験がない. So, the experience of part-time job, ない doesn't have. Mama is like the condition of. So, the condition of not having a part-time job. So she's in the state, right? The state or condition of not having a part-time job. And therefore, 社会人になったら, 社会人 is like somebody who's an adult, somebody who's part of society. Exactly. If you're going to be part of society, gap is like a Japanese English Japanese way to say the difference between two things, like the gap between two things. 耐えられなくて so 耐えられなくて is like, so 耐える is to endure. So 耐えられなくて is somebody like, or you can't endure it, and therefore 苦しむよ. 苦しむ is like to suffer.
What?
Yeah, so you don't have any experience being an adult, like being part of society, and therefore it's going to be hard to endure it, and you're going to be in pain.
Wow, then, that is really true.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah. But he's saying this to his daughter, obviously, right? So, バ
Yeah.
イトをしてない人はうつ病になって死ぬ可能性が高いんだって。Stop me, by the way, Kalo, if you're ever like, I have a question, or like, what does this mean?
I need to think about this one.
Okay. バイトをしてない人はうつ病になって死ぬ可能性が高いんだって。
What are the second to last two line?
Okay, so 死ぬ is to die, right? So 可能性 可能性 is like possibility. Like the probability. I'm sorry. 可能性 yes, 可能性 is like probability or a possibility. So 死ぬ可能性 is like probability of dying. And then うつ病 is depression, right? So うつ病になって is like to become depressed, and then probability of dying.
Chances of dying become higher.
Become higher, yeah, exactly. And then だって is like they're saying. It's a way in Japanese to say like somebody has said this, or everybody says this, or it is known, type of thing. Like there's hearsay.
Oh, okay.
高いんだって is like there's in English we say there was a study, but we have no idea which study. We're just like saying that because it's some.
So she's saying like people who don't have part-time jobs have an increased.
So people who aren't working,
they say that. Yeah,
exactly. People who aren't, they become depressed and then die.
That's kind of funny. Now I understand why her dad's not.
Exactly. マヨが死ぬマヨが死ぬこれは何とかしなければ。しかし、可愛いマヨに、労勤など、sorry, that's not right. 労働など、労働 is like manual labor. しかし、可愛いマヨに労働など。So, but the cute マヨちゃん、she's gonna be doing manual labor, etc. やっぱり私もバイトしてみたいな。1週間だけやっといてくれるところしてるけど、やってみたい Mayo. Oh, this is from the dad. Mayo. お父さん一週間だけだぞありがとう、お父さん First time, daughter's first job. グルメスパーダ I don't have no idea what spada means,
What?
but グルメ is like gourmet. Just a very Japanese way to say that. グルメ so it's a restaurant. あんたがケイちゃんの紹介の子だね。ケイちゃん。教育系の宮田茜大学生だよ。よろしく。と言っても覚えることそんなにないから。Do you understand this, Tile? So,
no.
Okay. あんたがケイちゃんの紹介の子だね。So you understand that part, right? Like, ケイちゃん is the one. 紹介 is introduce. So, 紹介 is like the...
Oh.
ケイちゃん introduced.
She's introducing.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. The 教育系 is, 宮田茜大学生だよ。よろしく。So, 教育系 is like, education. So, her education, blah, blah, blah. Miyata Akane is apparently like a daigaku, which is a college, right?
Oh.
So if you say like, hey, I'm I'm a graduate or I'm a student of Miyata Akane, even if you say that, even if you say that, 覚えることそんなにないから. There's not really much to remember here. Like you don't have to say all this stuff about being like a student because there's not really much to remember at this restaurant. マヨです。よろしくお願いします。マヨです。元気あってよし。元気あってよし is what the woman's saying. Like, oh yeah, you're good. You're happy. You're very sprightly. 30分後。じゃあさっき手本 Hey, there's that word. 手本。じゃあさっき手本見せた通り、お客さんをご案内して、お一人様ですかって聞くんだぞ。Remember that? Or sorry, do you know what this means? So, 手本 is again like procedure, right? So, さっき is like the previous, like a couple moments ago.
Oh yeah.
I show you the procedure, right? So 見せた通り is like the way of so 見せた通り is like the way I showed you, right? So the procedure the previous moments ago, the procedure that I show you, お客さんをご案内して so ご案内 is like a polite way to say guide. So お客さんを so you need to guide the customer. Yes. Customer.
Okay.
お一人様ですかって聞くんだぞ. You need to ask that customer, are they alone? お一人様ですか? お一人様ですかって so this is like sort of a quotation, right? 聞くんだぞ it means you like ask that customer. 聞く means ask. So yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
So, 一人身の方であらせられますでしょうかあらせられますでしょうか This is really hard for me to read because this is like Okay, let's just keep reading.
Oh yeah.
本日は遠路はるばるよくぞこんな偏僻な
What is that?
This is like really old, super formal Japanese, and it's like it sounds really silly too. And you can see like she's coming in. No, like what are you doing? 一人身の方であらせられますでしょうか本日は遠路はるばるよくぞこんな偏僻な So this is really, really busy. So 一人身 is again like a single person, like as in not married. No kata is like person. Kata, I wonder what the best way to explain that is. It's like どちらの方ですか? If you say something like that, どちら is like which direction, right? どちらの方ですか? Kata is like person. It's a polite way to say, you, like person in front of me or another person. It's kind of odd because it's more polite because it's not. Yeah, it's more polite because it's not direct. It's very common in like sonkeigo, which is polite Japanese speak. So like kata is another way to say like mono. It's very very common in polite speak. I mean, it just means like person, like this person over here. Kono kata is like this person. Ano kata, that person. Sono kata, that person who's closer to you that you're looking at or talking to.
Interesting.
So yeah, so like hitorimi no kata is like unmarried person. Hitorimi no kata de araseraremasu deshou ka? So she's like, that was a way formal way to say like, are you alone and unmarried? 本日は遠路はるばるよくぞこんな偏僻な. Hempi is like far away place apparently. The yokuzo is like welcome, right? So the endo is like a really really far away, distant road, like place or long road. Harubaru is also far away place. She's basically saying like you come so far to her establishment type of thing. And then of course she gets pulled away by the tencho. The tencho is like a main chef, obviously chef, but also like the person who owns a shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
店長。そう、お失礼しました。お一人様でしょうか? So she's like, okay, that was a little bit too much, so let's just ask you in a normal way. ツッコミ sorry, not ツッコミ. ツッコミ is the word that I showed you I showed you the kanji of. So this one.
Oh.
ツッコミ But this is, it's just written in katakana. ツッコミどころ多すぎるんだろう。多すぎだろう。Sorry. ツッコミどころ多すぎだろう。So she's saying that you're like pushing way too much. You're saying like ridiculous things. そういや、バイト初めてなんだっけ? いや、そういう問題でもないよね。そういう問題でもないよな。とにかく普通の尊敬でいいから。しょっちつかま、this is so annoying. しょっちつかまつりました。つかまつりました。So this is again like the serving, right? So しょっち is like knowledge. So しょっちつかまつりました。つかまつりました。This is hard for me to say. しょっちつかThis is hard. This is like a tongue twister for me. しょっちつかまつりました。つかまつりました。Okay. なんだお前、武士の生まれなのか。So this is the bottom one right here. This is her supervisor or whatever saying like, なんだお前、like, what are you talking about? And she's like, 武士の生まれなのか。武士 is like samurai. Bushi is samurai no umare nanoka. Like, were you born from a samurai or something? Because she's talking like with this really crazy old language. Like, not even old, just like crazy, like subservient, something that like samurai would say to their, higher up or whatever. ほら、子供の客が来たから、もう一回。もう一回。like もう一回。子供だからって手を抜くなよ。Don't do too much. They're kids. お坊ちゃま、お嬢ちゃま、何人前でしょうか? 意味不明だろ。So, お坊ちゃま、お嬢ちゃま is like, kind of Mr. like boy, and then お嬢ちゃま is like Miss. Like chama is sort of like a cute way of saying it, so it's like kids.
So is she
nani mai deshoka? No, nani mai deshoka. It's kind of like, it's just weird. Imi fume, and then so nani mai deshoka. Nani mai is not what you say for like, how many people. Like name sama is what you say, and she says this in the next thing, I think. なんなのなんで何名様ですかが言えないの制約でもあるの制約 is like constraint or condition. I think I said that before, right? Like restriction.
Mm-hmm.
There's some reason you can't say that. It's like,何名様ですかそう、しばらくそれ以外喋るな. Is what her supervisor is saying. Like, don't say anything more than that. 何名様ですか何名様ですか面接ではしっかりした子だったんだ。
What's mensatsu?
Mensatsu is an interview.
Oh, that's
right. Is the interview. So he's telling her that, you know, like during the interview she was like totally fine. Oh, somebody's saying that to somebody. I don't know who's speaking. It looks like the chef, the tencho, is speaking. But yeah. Let's end here. So let's do one more. お姉ちゃん、水くれる？何名様ですか？
Oh my god.
やっぱりな、この野郎。やっぱりな、この野郎。この野郎。野郎 is like bastard, but that's the thing in Japanese. There's no like bad words necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can say it like in a. I think of it as honestly like an animal growling, right? They can growl a little bit, and it sounds fine. It's like the tone of your voice, basically, that makes it a bad word.
It's like the way you say it. It's just
the
like,
way you say it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all tone. I think it's probably the same in English, to be honest, especially like in Europe or other places where they're not so reserved and conservative with their language, right? Like in America, we're super conservative for whatever reason about bad words. But 喋るなって言った時から、嫌な予感はしてたよ。もういいよ。掃除でもしてろ。She's just like, you know, you're just saying all these 喋るなって like I told you to stop talking. 言った時から嫌な予感してた。Like basically from the time I said that you've been doing like things that are making me uncomfortable. Different things. もういい掃除でもしてろ. It's like 掃除 is to clean. So もういいよ. Just stop that. Like I'm done with this. Like just go clean. And then we're gonna see she's probably gonna mess up the cleaning too.
Oh,
these crows. All right, next time we will continue the story. Exactly.
It's a giant crow. Wow.
They're huge in at least in Tokyo. They're ginormous. They're like way bigger than I would see them in Seattle. And we don't have crows over here in the islands, Hawaii. So we got nene birds and other birds. So all right,
the birds.
I love this story, dude. I love this comic. It's just so silly.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's awesome. All right, thank you guys for listening. We'll get to the grammar lesson next week. Yeah. Sorry, do you want to say something?
No.
Okay. I keep rambling to wrap up here because we're going a little bit long, but
alrighty, let's do it then. Let's wrap it up.
It looks dark over there. Is it like really early?
It does.
Is it gray?
No, I think it just got darker than.
Oh.
For some reason.
It hasn't been really that dark in a while. It's been really nice weather over there, right?
Yeah, I think it does. I think some clouds are rolling over. But yeah, I just looked at myself too. I was like, what the heck? It looked more gray than I did earlier. I was like washed out in the beginning.
Yeah. I'm always washed out because I have my blinds closed and then I have my monitor, which is like half of it's white, so it's just like all white light. I think I need to get like a warming light or something like that, or just not care about it. All right, let's end this. Let's end this about the boy. Guys. All right, 3, 2, 1, bye bye.